Welcome! I'm Elizabeth Harper. I'm thrilled that you're joining me on Numerologist.com. I'm here with this month's Crystal Astronumerology forecast. So we have lots of energies, of course, to work with. We're just going to pick a little piece. It's like a buffet from everything. So we're going to work a little bit with the astrology and with color, numerology, with the crystals, of course, and anything else that wants to come in. So what I want you to do first is just get a sense of which crystal is for you. Is it 1, 2, or 3? Use your intuition. Invite your intuition to guide you, your higher self to guide you to crystal 1, 2, or 3. What I'd also love you to do is just get a sense of if you're working with the energy of black or if you're energy of white. Which one are you working with? Black or white? Dark or light? There isn't a negative in that darkness. If you're thinking that the darkness is negative, it's not at all. It's just the vibration that you're working with at the moment. Now, the reason I asked you that is because numerologically, this is an 18-month. So June is the 6th month, and then you add 12 to it, and that's the year. So that makes 18. And 18 in the tarot is the moon card, the lunar energy. See that? That beautiful lunar vibration. So there's a girl, she's holding the light. The light is coming between these two towers, and that's a dark and a light vibration. And then it looks almost like she's holding a pearl. So it's like there's wisdom that's there. And there's two wolves, dark and light, and they're howling to the moon. So this is a lunar energy for this month. Did you choose the dark side of the moon or the light side of the moon? So that dark side could be that you are going into yourself for this month, that you are working with maybe your intuition, your imagination, but also maybe you're working with deceit, with lies. Are you lying to yourself? Or is somebody else lying to you? With that light side, what are you shining light on? You could be shining light on your gifts, on your abilities. You could be shining light on your feminine skills, your feminine power, your divine feminine. This month with that 18 energy, 1 and 8, it feels like it's balancing up the light and the dark. So this is a month where we're going to extremes. There could be a lot of negativity. It could be negativity in the newspapers, negativity on the television, negativity in your environment, negativity in your personal life. But there could also be an enormous amount of positive energy as well. And again, through all those different avenues, right? Shining a light. But you're shining a light on what you most want. Shining a light on what you want to let go of. Now, when I chose a stone for the month, what came up was this piece of black tourmaline. Now, when you look on the other side of the black tourmaline, there's this little piece of white right there. So it felt like it was perfect, perfectly in alignment with our month ahead. We have this darkness, and that darkness is protecting us, so we're not being seen. But part of us is being seen. We're just allowing a little piece of us to be seen. And that darkness may be that you've been hiding yourself. And now with the light on the other side, maybe you're allowing some part of you to come out and be seen. You are protected. That's the point with this particular piece of tourmaline. It's saying no matter what happens, even if it looks like it's just terrible and everyone's pulling their hair out, don't worry about it. Because you are protected. You're looked after. You don't know the whole story. With this light vibration, I feel almost as if you need to be the light. You need to focus on the good things, the blessings, the abundance, the love, everything that makes you happy and joyful. That's where you need to focus your attention. And it's such a small part, but that will help to grow and support others. If you are the positive soul, then it'll have a ricochet effect on others, a domino effect on others. The lunar energy this month, there's a new moon in Gemini on the 3rd of June. And Gemini is an air sign. It's the intellect, it's thoughts, it's communication. It has a lot of clarity, but with the lunar vibration, it can feel almost confused. It's like a cloudiness that comes across, and that can be frustrating. So with that lunar energy, the whole of the month, it could be linked in with confusion, whereas you want so much clarity. It just feels like it's going to be one of those kind of months where there's cloudiness that's there, and you may not get the clarity that you most need and want. The stone that I chose for the lunar energy is for number 1. So for you, it's this piece of rhodochrosite. And the rhodochrosite, look at that. It's got this thick piece of pink in the middle, and then there are 2 lines either side. It's almost like it's squashing it. And that's the sense of this for me, for you, and for the lunar vibrations, is that there's something that's pushing. Now with pink and rhodochrosite, it's about love, it's about relationships, partnerships. So you may find yourself a little bit squished in this month by your partnerships, by your love relationships, by your business partnerships as well. You might feel like something's not working, or you're trying to push out of a particular mold and you're just not able to. You're being pushed back in again. So you might be, it's almost like being an actor in the same role, and you might find yourself doing the same thing, routine, over and over again. And I feel like you're being pulled back into that, pushed into it, pushed into a corner. But the pink is love. So the focus for you needs to be more on not being pushed away, not being squished, not having all this stuff going on around you with partners and relationships, but to focus on what is it you love about yourself, about your relationships, about your situation. Bring the love into it. And I feel when you do that, you're going to go outside of these lines. All right? Now, the lunar energy, of course, there's a new moon on the 3rd in Gemini, and then the full moon's on the 17th in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is travel, expansion. The mind expands. But Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, is going to be having a bit of a hard time with Neptune. And Neptune is the planet of the imagination. It's the planet of addictions as well. There's an energy of addictions that comes in with Neptune. So with Jupiter and expansion, it could be that whatever you are addicted to at this moment may be in full force. So if it's chocolate, you might be eating more chocolate. But if it's a particular thought that you've had over and over again, then it may be this month that it gets to be overwhelming. So notice that and allow yourself to come back to your center and come back to this place of peace and love. So the stone that came up for Neptune, because Neptune is going retrograde this month as well, number 2, this is for you. This is sodalite. And sodalite is a stone that connects in with intuition, with psychic skills, mediumistic energy, again, your imagination. So this is perfect with Neptune. So for you, if you chose number 2, Neptune is going to be really strongly in your life for quite a few months. And there's a sense of you coming back to yourself, coming back to your center, focusing on your intuition, connecting with your spirit. And you are protected in this particular color, by the way. And it may be that you want to retreat a little bit more than you usually do. So you might find yourself unsubscribing from newsletters. You might find yourself saying no to the party invitations. It could be that you're turning the television off, or even turning the computer off and just spending time with yourself. And I feel that Neptunian energy is going to help you to maybe meditate a little bit more, connect to your guide, your angels, connects to source. I feel like there's more of a vibration of inner work for you. Now, I also feel that this stone is linking in with Isis, with the goddess, with the energy of the goddess. So there's a vibration of creation that's coming in for you as well, and power. You might find that you're going to connect in with a previous lifetime when you were at your most powerful. So watch for that, or make an intention to tune into that. I love this blue. I feel that creative expression is going to be very strong for you, and that creative expression could be about you writing down what comes up during your meditations. Okay. The final stone that came up, I felt like this was connecting in with Mars, because Mars it felt almost like a pinball machine over this month with Mars. Just felt like it was zipping around and banging into everything. And this is your stone, number 3, with that Mars vibration. This is tiger's eye. So red tiger's eye. So red, of course, is the color of Mars, right? Mars is it's a passionate planet. It's a movement forward. It's an action taker. And it's very steamy, very hot. This is an 18-month. So we have that lunar vibration, that lunar energy. We have the dark and the light, the balance that comes in. But I feel with this, with the red tiger's eye, with that red energy, with the Mars energy for you, number 3, it feels almost as if you want to zoom forward so quickly. You want to move through things. You want to push. And I feel that this month you're being pushed back, pulled back. So with the red tiger's eye, it looks almost like it's pointing you forwards, doesn't it? It's like this is the way to go. But there's some part of it that's also a little bit heavier back here that's pulling you back. So with this stone, I feel that you're being asked to be mindful of contracts that you sign. Be mindful of saying yes to things. Be mindful of jumping into something too quickly without thinking of where it's going to head, what's going to happen with it. I feel as well with this, and this whole month for all of us, that financially there's going to be some shifts that could appear to be very negative. But I get this feeling with this that it's going to be okay. You know, with the red tiger's eye, it's going to be all right. It's going to be a rebuilding. But if you find yourself wanting to go for something, wanting to take a risk, then wait until the middle of the month when there's a beautiful Sun, Jupiter connection, and there's a golden opportunity in that middle of the month. Before then, I feel like you're being pulled back. After then, I feel like it's almost like you're blinkered and moving forward. But the middle of the month, there's some kind of shift for you in particular, number 3, around that Sun, Jupiter connection, where there's just this golden energy coming in, golden opportunities. There's an opportunity for growth, for abundance, and for awakening as well. So if for you that means dumping all your stocks, do that. If for you it means buying a load of stocks, then do that. If it means jumping from one career to another, then do that. There's something around your financial energy where this is going to be very positive for you, middle of the month. But after that and before it, it's just a little bit of a push-pull for you. So now finally, we're in a lunar energy, a lunar month with this 18. 1 and 8 come together as 9. 9 is the hermit in the tarot. 9 is the hermit comes out of that darkness of the cave and into the light. So if you chose the dark side at the beginning, then it could be that you've done your time and you're going to move into the light. With that light, if you've already chosen the light side, it could be that you are completing something. And maybe it almost feels like making plans for a new step, for a new adventure, for something wonderful, something energetically wonderful for you. And it feels like a creation, like a new birth. The completion that comes in with this is very educational. So it says you're going to learn from this particular month something that you are moving out of and into. It's going to be a big learning experience that comes through with this. So this is a great learning month, educational month for all of us. That darkness and the lightness is asking you to choose which one do you want to work with at this moment. Do you want to work with the darkness? Do you want to work with the light? It's your choice. Neither of them are negative and neither are super positive either. It's whatever feels right for you. So balance that dark and light over this month and just get a sense of which one is calling you. Because I feel that whichever one is calling you, there's almost a sense of, again, education. It feels like you're going to learn something about yourself through that darkness, through that light. You're going to learn something about yourself. It feels good to me, and it almost feels like you'll be taking off a coat that you don't need anymore because you've learned something through that darkness, through that light. I would love to know what that is. Okay, that's it for this month's Crystal Astronumerology forecast. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a little bit of everything, didn't we? Let me know in the comments if the messages resonated for you. And of course, be sure to subscribe to the numerologist.com channel. There are lots of wonderful goodies there for you. I will see you next month. Lots of love and blessings to you for your month ahead. Bye for now. Bye.